Dang, I was like,
I'm from Ohio. We don't have In-N-Out there.
but
So,
now,
like now it's like everybody raves about it. And honestly, I mean, I don't know. I like Smash Burger.
Smash Burger?
Yeah.
Is that like an East Coast thing?
No, it's like all over the place.
Have you had Smash Burger?
I don't think I've had Smash Burger.
They have delicious onion straws and very good hamburgers.
Do they put the
I
onion
just like to
straws
be
on the
different.
hamburger?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, sorry. Are we ready? We're here at the Praxis Vapers booth with
Brett Reed
and
Ivan Lee.
we are here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr.
J-Bo, how are you guys?
All right, guys, we're here at Craven Vapor with
Joe Williamson.
Riz the Ruler from 9 South Vapes.
Pip,
from
Suicide Bunny.
at the Two Puffs booth with
Arnell.
Sean Glass.
from
Glass.
The Vapers, VPRS.
Crafts.
Mike with the Schwartz.
Ragtime Vapor.
Bud Tattoo.
The Force Vapers.
the Force Vapors.
And Coastal Fog e-liquid.
Lotus Vaping Technology.
Luar. Council Vapor.
Rich Roberto from Halo.
The Vapor Shark booth, the Oregon Vapor booth, the Off the Records e-liquid booth, the Vape Boss booth, Frisco Vapor booth, the Dot Mod booth with,
Ilea Cahotek.
wow, you already know who this is. It's from our last video. This is Thumper, and oh, some guy, looks like Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, I heard he looked like Dr. Dre or
Oh
something.
yeah, something like that, yeah. But you're helping, and you're really extremely involved in Vape Summit. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, how it came to be, and what you do for Vape Summit?
A little bit, I'd say a little bit under a year ago, Rocky had approached me and asked me if I wanted to be a part of the team, and it basically was a no-brainer. I wasn't too involved with the first show due to the fact that I came on, you know, a couple weeks before the show was going to start. And then after that show was done, as time went on, Rocky and Rainier had just basically got me more involved with the team. And now I'm just doing a whole lot more because I love this community. I have a lot of friends in this industry and I love to take care of them and I want to see their businesses prosper. So anything I can do to help them out, I try to do my best.
Let's start with how you got into making juice. That's the big question. How did you get started with this whole making juice thing?
Yeah, I mean, my husband wouldn't quit smoking. I told him I was going to fix his issue, and he kind of laughed at me. And for about 8 months, I researched, called VGPG, nicotine companies, all of that good stuff. And I started mixing simply for he and I. And local people got it in Dallas at vape meets and stuff, and they were like, "What's this?" And I was like, "I made that." And they were like, "Shut up." And I was like, "No, I really did." And
Is that exactly how the conversation went?
exactly like that. It was like, "Shut up." I was like, "For reals." And then it was kind of like, I don't know, I would leave little boxes out on the porch for people, local people. They'd come and pick them up off my porch. You know, it was just kind of a love thing. And somebody got wind of it, we got an order, and then it kind of went from there. I mean, I didn't even have a name, and they were called like 1, 2, 3, you know, and so I quickly kind of had to come up with names and all of that good stuff. But yeah, that's where it came from.
Started to develop flavors, and we opened up a tasting shop and tasting bar in San Francisco in end of 2013.
Now with that tasting bar, then that kind of started going into the line of Frisco Vapor?
Yeah, so we came out with 2 flavors, Frisco and Soma, and the Earl Grey tea and our menthol flavor, and it was a big hit. Everybody loved it, and so we started developing more flavors. And it took us about a year to kind of come up with the first 6 flavors, and we took a long time making them. And then recently we came out with Powell, which was a 4.5 month
That stuff's really good, man.
Put in my time as a shop rat. These guys came in one day and they were in an infantile stage of distribution and kind of getting their name really out there, and I love the product. I got behind the product 100%. I mean, I saw the customer's response to it and there was just something missing, and we all got together collectively and we decided that, you know, it was time to just peel the labels off, start fresh, give us a new face, and it ended up being mine. But you know, I mean, there's just more to this brand. It's family, man. We stand behind our products 100%. Our main goal is to reach the people out there and show them this other lifestyle that I've just found to be home, man.
Dude, it was mad simple, bro. Just my mom needed to stop smoking, got into vaping that way, opened the shop, just progressed very naturally and organically. We had our juice bars in each shop, and then all of a sudden, every year, we just took the best flavor, put it on a website, and then all of a sudden we made Serial Killer one day, and it was a rocket ship ride, dog.
Yeah, it was over after that.
Well, let's see. I started off as a vapor, and
That's a good way to start.
yeah, it was a great way to start. And then I ended up meeting a couple of juice makers. I ended up meeting Shane from Fusion Vapor, and he kind of pointed me in the right direction.
Because I'm very particular when it comes to certain flavors. And although I love a lot of premium juices out there, I always found myself trying to mix certain flavors. So, you know, having a culinary background and whatnot, and having a love for music and being a musician, I came up with the idea of off-the-record liquids and incorporating both music that I love that changed my life and incorporating some of the culinary backgrounds that I had.
We launched in January 2013. We launched originally with 4 flavors. We added a 5th flavor, Hullabaloo, which is a blueberry scone, which is one of your favorites.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. I love this line, guys. If you guys get a chance, pick it up. It's so good. But okay, let's backtrack a little bit before I start ranting again.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. With Skeleton Key, the reason why we kind of founded Lore, it wasn't our idea. With Skeleton Key, we used to do a lot of traveling, and we were in France at the time, and we met up with a French macaroon pastry chef in Loire Valley, France. And there's actually a real place called Loire, Valley de Loire, France.
Okay. I've never been to France, but I assume that that's a place.
So we stopped by, and yeah, there was this macaroon chef that our founder, Skeleton Key, his name's Marquis, he knew about him, and he wanted us to meet him. And he knew nothing about vaping, but he loved making macaroons, and it kind of inspired us, like, hey, there's not really a macaroon flavored e-juice company out there. We're not really too familiar with e-liquid, but maybe there's something that we could do here.
We came out at Vapor Nights in late November. We got 3 different flavors, all yogurt-based flavors, upside, downside, and comb the desert. Upside is a strawberry yogurt. Downside, my favorite, a blueberry.
Mine too.
Right? That blueberry Greek yogurt kind of has that tarty flavor with it. And comb the desert is a peanut butter hazelnut. Very popular.
So now Aesop, that's the newer line, right? So what are you guys carrying in that line?
Right now we have 4 flavors. It's strawberry S. Palmer, which is strawberry Arnold Palmer. Cocoa, which is a coconut cake. Pud, which is a spiced banana pudding. And fig and leaf, which is my favorite, fig tobacco.
Fig tobacco. So it's like a fig Newton and smoking a cigarette.
I wouldn't say.
We have a full range of e-liquid. You hit on some of our best-selling menthol flavors. We're very well known for our tobaccos. It's how we really started the company, was based on those tobacco and menthol flavors. And then one of the new lines that we have is our Evo line. So it kind of picks up where we left off with the tobacco and menthol. That's going to bring in all of our dessert flavors, our fruitier flavors. So it's that same base that you came to love with Halo, just extended into that Evo line.
Out of all the juices here, which one's your favorite juice? Which one, like if we were like, oh, okay, we want to get a juice from Coastal Fog, which is the one that we should pick up?
For me personally, I'd say the D or Super Matte.
And what does the D have in it? I mean, we all know what D has in it when you're coming into Chris, but I'm saying for the juice.
Yeah, it's a chocolate strawberry banana, but not overpowering chocolate,
Yeah, chocolate's a hard flavor for vaping.
It is. So, that one, I just it tastes like just a really good dessert. You know what I mean?
And you can actually taste the chocolate and it doesn't taste bad?
Right. It's a mellow chocolate inhale. Comes through with banana on the exhale with a hint of strawberry.
Me and my girlfriend wanted to quit smoking about 8 years ago. She talked to me about the electronic cigarettes, and I was like, I definitely wanted to quit smoking. Every time I lit up a cigarette, I was just like, I hate this. You know what I mean? I love it, but I hate it, So she told me about electronic cigarettes. I said, yeah, definitely, let's check it out. If they work, I'll be stoked on it,
About May of 2013, I think. 2013, May, June. May and June, we started making cardo tanks, and then we moved to drip tips, did mods, did addies. Now we're trying the juice game, and hopefully it works for us. I mean, we try to do everything and anything and everything in the vape industry.
Well, I started in 2010. We're actually the first shop in Miami. We started making our own e-liquid. About a year later, we got into designing our own mods, and that brought us to where we are today. try to just focus on using cutting edge technology and trying to stay ahead of the game.
And keeping it really small size. Those things are tiny, man.
That's the main thing. We want to make it your all-day vape. So it's something you can take with you anywhere you go, and it'll be super comfortable, extremely versatile, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm one of the owners of the Vapers, which is a vape shop in Northern California. We got a couple shops out there. We were really big into cloud chasing. That's what we did. So, definitely things like the Igo and the Patriot. The Patriot is still probably in my top 3 favorite Addies. The other 2 is what I make. Nah, just kidding. Nah, but we would modify the Patriots and stuff. Add extra. We were always cloud chasing, just trying to figure out the perfect.
Yeah, everybody drilled out their air holes on their pads. That was like thing.
We would make it look like Swiss cheese sometimes, just fucking them up, just making it look crazy. Take the Dremel and do the Cyclops airflow on them. Before that was even really happening, we were just always testing stuff out, spending a lot of money and just not ruining them, but it was all, it brought us to this point now, you know what I mean? So we're always interested in that.
So who came up with the switch? That's the biggest thing, because when Praxis was first started popping off, I saw it on Instagram. That's what made me want to get a Praxis.
Right.
And I didn't even know how it hit. That switch blew my freaking mind.
It blew my mind too,
Dude,
so it wasn't me.
And it was like a 15-second video, and it was like click, clack, click, clack. And I showed everybody. I was like, you got to look at this button. Like, who cares what's inside the button? So how did this all come about with the button?
Well, basically, I was in the machine shop with the CNC guys who we obviously work very closely with, and we wanted to put out like a safe mod, right? And one of the things that was safe, and obviously coming from retail, having retail experience, is people would always auto-fire the mods, which are very dangerous, blow the battery or blow, the pockets or, burn themselves severely. So we designed the auto lock. It just kind of came to me, and then we all worked on it, collaborated, put our heads together, and came up with an innovative design that would auto lock.
Extremely innovative. It even has texture for your finger.
Well, I guess as someone who's so, passionate about the products and stuff, what I started doing was I started asking me, how can this be more conductive? How can the devices get more powerful? And so, at the time, a lot of the devices had brass and copper contacts. So, I wanted to create a solution that was high performance and maintenance free. And so I looked into different types of plating. There was silver plating out there that was high conductivity, but then, and then also a little bit, some people were talking about rhodium, which was, anti-oxidation, maintenance free. And so I said, why can't we get the best of both worlds and not just, one or the other? And so I went and talked to a bunch of jewelers, a bunch of engineering plating companies, electroplating companies, and they all said, no, you can only pick, even if you plate one on top of the other, it takes the path of least resistance and the surface material. And I said that can't be true. There's got to be some way to get both. And so I really did a lot of research and started tinkering and playing with different, plating formulas and figured out a way to achieve the conductivity of the silver with a surface layer of rhodium that then acted as a, anti-oxidizing, maintenance-free portion. And started selling that for, other devices in this industry, and kind of, saw everybody's appreciation for that product and said, you know what, I got to make a mechanical mod.
The short, long version is I did copious amounts of hookah in college, because that's just sort of what we did. Yeah. It was at the table, and everybody came over to my house, or apartment at that point, to study and hang out, and we were ripping through bowls and bowls of it a night. Awesome, until your lungs start to kind of die a bit. And so when I graduated and moved away, I didn't have access to a hookah, and I was kind of like, oh, I need stuff. So checked out the whole vaping thing, immediately bought like an Ego version. Hated it. It was a mini dripper, by the way. So immediately I started on a dripper.
Okay.
It was an Ego with literally an Ego-sized little baby dripper. Single coil piece of shit. Broke within like 4 days. Went back and was like, no, I need something bigger. So I moved up to the 22 thing. I had a Trident and a KTS Sidefire.
Okay, so I mean,
burnt me.
Yeah, I mean, we all know about those kind of ones. I started with an Origin.
Okay.
And that burnt the crap out of me all the time.
I hate that shit. So I had that one for a month. I was actually a patient little boy and sat with it. But the whole time I was just kind of in my head going like, I don't like this. I'm going to change it, And then I had these ideas for what I wanted to change from the basis of a Trident. And then everyone's like, oh, the brand new American atomizer, the Patriot. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me check. Oh, they did it wrong. You know, in my mind, you know, I love you guys. But it was just kind of like, well, why didn't you do this and this and this and this? And so like we went back through and with the help of Vaporology at that time, kind of, you know, boosted the brand, started the brand up, and did this, which was, well, not this, the old one. But it literally took off like crazy. The elements of the Tobe were things that I wanted to change and hated about everything else.
It's fully automatic, so once you put your battery in, there's no adjustment at all. It makes it really easy. It's fully masked, so you never have to clean it. It's really just like put your battery in, your Addy on top, and you're good to go all day long.
A low maintenance.
Right, low maintenance device.
Absolutely. We own a couple other companies that make apps, and so we got into vaping and realized there was a huge hole in the marketplace. And, you know, we took our resources, we took 6 months, and came up with what we think is the best platform out there with a feature that caters to every vapor of every level in every part of the country, you know, from advanced all the way down to intermediate. So yeah.
So we started the company in August of 2013 as just a website. After a few months of doing a website, we decided to open our own brick and mortar. We ran our brick and mortar for about 3 months before we started trying to get into making some mods of our own. We actually launched the Hexomes originally at Vape Blast, the first one back in 2014, and going ever since.
We released, I like to call it the Jellyfish's little brother. We call it the LE80. Okay. It's a voltage box mod, not a watts like everybody thinks. The LE80 stands for wattage. But you got your variable voltage, the potentiometer on there, which helps you to adjust it, 3.3 to 6.6. We pretty much just taken everything that everybody liked about other box mods, put it into one, and then put a little Lotus love on it, and you know, everybody's loving it.
Currently, our most popular atomizer is the Royal Hunter atomizer. We have it in black and gold, stainless steel, and the white edition will be shown this weekend.
Now there was a banner of this at ECC, but just saying the name of it, right?
Indestructible.
Right. And no one knew anything about it.
I know. It's been around since that time.
Yeah.
Which was about August.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, but now we're actually
I actually have it. It took forever, but I got it. So the brainchild with this is to make something different than the Tobe, but obviously still include all the glorious things that the Tobe brought to the table.
That we've come to love and want from Jabo and Tobe and all that great
all
stuff.
the things you would expect. So something that is absolutely bulletproof. You can put whatever you want in it, last you many years, not break, no maintenance, no issues.
In theory, indestructible.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
It can take a beating. I'm sure, you know, it's like, oh, it's indestructible, and I know people are going to be like, challenge accepted. It's like, no. Just
in theory,
try and
vaping
hurt
term.
it. I mean, it's like, kind of go ahead, try and do something to this, try and hurt it.
Now, so there's the V2 that came out, but now there's a newer one, and you said it wasn't really a V3, but tell us a little bit about that.
It's not really a V3. We made some fundamental changes, a lot of cosmetic changes. We moved away from using a Hammond box and went with an actual milled machine box. We changed out the potentiometer to one that works smoother and one that will last longer. It's a better quality. We went to a 3D printed sled, different kind of contacts, added some other ribbons inside to make batteries come out easier.
So then we got all that stuff. But now what's new? So we got the juice. Now I saw Organic Junkie. Shout out to Organic Junkie. He's been posting up some photos. So what do we got going on with the juice? Walk us through the line. So you were juice man before you started Praxis, and now you're juice man again. You're the juice man again.
I'm trying to do some juice. Trying to supply the people with some juicy juice, right? So basically what we're trying to do is trying to put some good flavor in some high VG juices so you can chuck more clouds. With the energy, you chuck clouds. With the Praxis mod, you chuck in more clouds. So you get that triple threat, and then you chuck in massive clouds, right?
You have Bud, he's got his own signature juice. Now you guys gonna have any other members coming out with their own signature
as a matter of fact, I'll drop an exclusive here. The next one coming out is actually Fresh Gator J's.
Oh, the homie,
Yep,
Fresh Gator J.
Gator J. We're dropping his very, very soon, a part of the Faction series.
Cool, and then we got Nine South, we got Limitless, and then the Faction. So what exactly is the Faction? What's that whole deal?
The Faction is, I was talking to Riz one day and was just like, I told him, I'm like, you know what, I don't have as much fun doing comps anymore. Where I really have the most fun, like blowing clouds, I like making these little, I have fun making these little 15-second videos and seeing what I can do with 15 seconds. And then Riz started talking to me, he's all, yeah, dude, I got this idea of, you know, I want to start filming and doing basically what our lifestyle is all about. And he started telling me about his whole concept with the filming and everything, and the faction and all that stuff. And this is, you know,
and this is what it became.
This is what it became, and it's just basically thinking outside the box and giving the vape community something new, something kind of entertaining to watch, you know.
Yeah, with no pressure, you know, still keeping the community in mind and kind of really
Correct.
joining everyone together.
Correct.
In a faction sense, almost. What device are you using for the show today? What are you rocking right now?
Well, right now, you know, I'm rocking this lovely jellyfish. Thanks to my boys over at Lotus, Mike Larson, and I got this through Vape Evo. Joseph Brown always takes good care of me. I got this lovely chameleon Derringer on top of it.
I have a box mod truck with a plume veil.
Plume veil, which version?
The original.
Oh, really? Original plume veil. And what build you got in it?
I have a parallel 9-wrap 28.
You know what? I just picked this up from Craving Vapor, one of the manufacturers we work with. But I saw this, I couldn't turn it down. Gave me a little at Vape Boss app on the side. These guys are really cool. Hexome's one of the most reliable boxes in the industry, and
that's the new version 2.1.
Yeah, 2.1. The zombie green, a little blood splatter on it with the Tugboat V2 on it. So
Limitless.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So the Limitless we got right now. What is this Limitless right here?
This is the. I think this was. It was the rhodium. It kind of wore off. But yeah, this is the rhodium one.
With the acrylic sleeve.
With the new acrylic sleeve, beautiful. I'm really like, this is one of my favorite sleeves right now.
And what RDA you got on here right now?
I got on the Twisted Mess, which I'm loving.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You know?
Yeah, it's my first time seeing one in person too.
Yeah, for sure.
And what build do you have in here?
I got a Clapton that Steven, 101 Drip Tips did with 9 South. And yeah, he's an amazing builder. This flavor production is ridiculous.
Just set you up with Clapton.
Yeah, for sure. So I've been vaping my juice, loving it, and I haven't tried it on a Clapton. He did a Clapton for me, and there's all different flavor levels to it. Yeah, totally different levels.
Solid.
So I got a whole new taste out of my juice.
You got a whole new love for your own juice. You didn't even know, man.
Exactly.
The BMI box. It's a dual 18650.
100 watt, right?
Yeah, it's a 100 watt SX 350 chip in it. They're handmade by this cat Joseph, great guy. He's got great mechanical skills, good engineer, and
solid. I really want one of these. I want the Mia Wallace one.
Yeah,
That one's sexy.
Yeah, he's got some laser engraving on the
Yeah,
back.
yeah. And then you got the looks like the Anarchist cap.
That's my Anarchist Slam cap, tugboat edition. So, been rocking that. Been doing
Lots of
that.
airflow.
And the dot mods.
Oh, well, I have the matte black Petrie with the red Addy and my baby gold tip.
And what build do you have in there?
It's a fused Clapton. I think it's 24 gauge wrapped in 38.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. It reads like .17.
And it's extremely clean too.
Extremely clean.
I'm using this Indian rosewood with 14 karat gold inlay. It's one of our wood series devices.
Yeah, that's pretty. What RDA you got on here?
Origin V3.
And what build are you rocking in that?
Dual coil twisted 26 3.2 wrap.
3.2 wrap. That's low. Twisted 26 3.2 wrap. So you had about what, like 0.12 somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, the math. It's all right here.
My top two would have to be the PDX mod. It's produced locally by Steve Bjorkman. He's the modder there. It's fantastic. Got the Vulcan with the matching tip coming on that one. Blowing the clouds. Then also I've got my Metal Moose. Couldn't be happier. That black and gray, and rocking the Rogue on it. As far as builds, I'm partial to the 24 gauge. I like a little bit of heat.
For Summit, I'm using the the 2.1 Hexome.
And then this is a Matrix or Hercules?
Yeah, the Hercules.
Yeah, with a dot mod drip tip. That's pretty solid. And what juice do you have in there? I'm just joking. It's the Force.
It is the Force.
I would imagine. Oh, hey, look who it is, guys. It's clear with Clear Eyes, right?
No.
That's not the. Oh,
My name's Chadster. I do hot wires.
Oh, you're looking really good right now, Chad.
Thanks, man. I haven't been getting out, and it's the sun. I don't get enough sun these days, so I'm like really pale right now.
And then how's your wife feel about that?
She's all for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your wife's down with the lighter skin.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. That's I think that's a trade up for you.
I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, what's up, man? My name's Kevin. Yo, I'm out here in the streets. I sell juice all day. I got mad juice, man. My house is made of juice. My mom's middle name is Juice. Her first name, Real Talk. Hey.
Real talk. We do have to mention that there is one more new flavor in Holy Grail.
Yup.
Right. We got this broken bottle, but essentially we have this lovely maple pecan ice cream called Soft Serve that is being released out of Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So definitely something to test out and try out. I think it's lovely.
And you can tell that he's serious because he's giving you the hand gestures right now. He's like, yo, let me say, all I gotta say.
But hey, real talk. You're asking us a lot of questions, man, and I want to say, like, what does you do? Like, what do you got coming out? What's your favorite Sunday? Tell me that. What do you like to do?
My favorite Sunday?
Yeah. What would be your ideal Sunday?
Football.
Football. All right. That's good. I like.
I love football. I love the ladies.